Let those with ears hear. I recognize patterns, and when I was younger, I couldn't I didn't fully understand what it was that I was recognizing. I wasn't able to put it into words to describe it to where other visuals could see. So I say, let those with eyes see. Now, the thing that gets me the most is with the years that I have under my belt and all the things that I've seen, all the things that I have done, and even the things that I'm doing currently. Patterns. Once you recognize patterns, you can tell, you can honestly see, let those with eyes see, what is going to happen next. Not with some type of mathematical equation that will put you in a space where you're like, okay, these are the possibilities, or even having an assumption based off of things that have happened before. No, it's more like a guidance. Let those with eyes see. If you know, you know. So seeing the patterns of people, places, and your surroundings. When you see the patterns of people, it's a lot easier for you to have an idea of what's going to happen next. And then with that, your intuition will help guide you along what it is you need to do. When you recognize the patterns of places, you start to understand the type of individuals that come to those places. So that way your intuition will be able to guide you on if that's a place that you need to be or when you should be there, depending on what it is your purpose, your life, or your goals are. When you recognize the patterns around you, then you can start to really look internally to understand why certain things are happening, because you're always going to be the common denominator. Throughout my life, I have gone through a lot of things, and I always kept falling into the same patterns to the point where I had to sit back and realize after the last situation, why does this keep happening? And I realized, you know what? At one point, I was stuck in lust. I've always been an individual with so much love. And at one point, I was stuck in lust because it was always pushed upon me when I was younger. Everything was about sex. I was talking about sex when I was in like second grade, damn near. Was it second grade? I think it was like fifth grade. Yeah, it was fifth grade. I was in Hawaii. So then with that, that was always something I was curious about. Turned into a lustful thing, looking into corn and all that stuff, and it is stretched on for a long time. Now, the love that I have is not a physical love. It's not what I can do for you if I'm in you type stuff, you know? But as I moved away from that lust, from recognizing the pattern that it was putting me in, then I ran across another dilemma, which is one I've been dealing with for a long time as well. But now I understand it from observing the patterns around me. And with that, I realized that the pain that I feel in my heart due to the love that I give, and I understand why I have to feel that pain. Because the way that I love, if you have ears, let them hear. The way that we love is not a love that others can comprehend, because others who may be around us that put us in that pain do not understand what love is. So they run from love. And that's the reason why I can only speak for me, but I'm sure there's a lot of others who can relate to this. That is the reason why we go through this pattern, to understand that we are love. And with real love, with true love, we're only going to be around those who understand love, not those who are still seeking love, those who are trying to find love. If they're not love, they're not going to be in your life for long. That's all I wanted to say. Relax your mind. It's divine time.